You're listening to 419 Education and Training Need to Connect podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Need to Connect podcast. I'm your host, Devonna Willis, with the Black Massage Therapist Conference and 419 Education and Training. And today we have the wonderful Miss Mabel Sharp, and we're going to get into a conversation about cranial sacral, her years as an educator and a licensed massage therapist. But first, little housekeeping. So I hope that you guys are registering for the conference. We're very excited. We have some great classes coming. We have great speakers and instructors. So we're so happy. Make sure also when you register for your hotel, we have a special hotel link on the website and you get a discount with using our link. Last but not least, I have the great I Am Black History shirt. This is in the long sleeve. We also have short sleeve, and on the back it says Black Massage Therapist. So check this out.
Well, we couldn't see it.
So can you see it?
You're banned.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me move it.
No, you needed to stand.
So yeah, so it's okay. Well, I've been advertising about this shirt for a while. So we have it in short sleeves, we have it in long sleeve, we have it in tank tops. We also have it in sweatshirts. So now let's get down to the podcast. So welcome, Ms. Mabel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So let the people know, where are you coming in from?
I live in Detroit, Michigan, and my practice is in Southfield, Michigan, which is a little suburb, maybe about 15 minutes from my home.
Okay, so you're still practicing massage?
I am practicing mostly cranial sacral therapy and other manual therapies, myofascial release, lymphatics, and I do some physical therapy. I'm also a licensed physical therapist in the state of Michigan.
Okay, so you work for yourself then?
I have my own business. I have since 1991.
Okay, fantastic. So let me ask you a question, because I'm a certified athletic trainer. And so as a PT, now, are you a cash-based physical therapist or do you accept insurance?
Well, I started off accepting insurance, but it just got to be such a hassle since it was only me. So I gave up my Medicare in 2000.
Okay.
And right now, I'm just doing a few auto claims that I've had left over. Otherwise, all my business is cash.
Okay. And being a craniosacral provider, we're going to talk about that shortly. How do you, what does your clientele look like? Is it mostly cranial? Is it mostly massage? Is it mostly PT, or is it a mix?
It's a mix, but the most is cranial sacral. I always start with that. And then if I have to add exercise or if I have to do massage, I don't do a full body massage. I might do it on the neck or a shoulder and an arm or whatever, depending on the problem. So I don't do that much massage, but I incorporate massage, cranial, lymphatics, exercise, whatever the person needs.
Okay. So I find this really interesting because I love that you integrate all your trainings. So let's go back, Ms. Mabel. Let's talk about your education and, what came first. Did PT come first? Did massage come first? So let's take us back to, how did you get started?
It started with physical therapy. I came to Wayne State University here in Detroit.
Okay.
And got a bachelor's degree in physical therapy in the days of the dinosaur back in 1969. And I practiced for several years at the Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan. I'd always wanted to do teaching, so the Ohio State University had some monies available back in the day, early 70s, for individuals to get a master's degree. So I went there and I got a master's degree in allied health professions education is what it
Okay.
was called.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So you went to undergrad at Wayne State, received your degree in physical therapy,
correct.
and then went to Ohio State, the Ohio State, as you know, my family is big. We're big sports fans, so my son wants to play there one day.
Yeah,
So at the Ohio State, I have to represent, even though I'm from New York, so I represent for my boys. So you went to Ohio State and you received your master's degree in allied health in education.
correct. Yes.
Okay, and so once you left Ohio, what happened?
I went back to work at the Rehab Institute for a few years. And as part of that, I did some part time education at the physical therapy school there.
Okay.
And in 1974, 75, I went to the physical therapy program for full time and was teaching full time. My major job was to coordinate the clinical education
Mm-hmm.
aspect, the internships that the students were having.
Okay.
So that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay. And how long were you doing that for?
I did that until about 1980. The
Okay.
director of the department resigned. And so I was the acting director of the department for a year. And then in 1982, I was appointed permanent director of the program. And so I stayed there until 1991.
And let's talk
And it
about
was,
that. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, 1982, was there a lot of black physical therapists or educators at that time?
no, actually in Detroit, there were more than nationwide.
Okay,
The
because I was about to
previous
say maybe because it's Detroit.
Yeah, the
Okay.
previous director was black. I was we always had at least two or three blacks in our class, male, female. And the class when I first started was 26 students,
Okay.
and then we went to 38 students.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So, all right. So now you're the director. So you're running the program, right?
Yeah, well, I was. Yes, I was.
Okay. So you ran the program. So we're talking about PT. You ran the PT program for how many years?
About 10 years,
10
from
years. All right.
82 to 91. Yeah.
Okay. So 10 years running the program. And then you came to a place where you wanted to do what? So you're like, all right, I'm at 10 years. Are you over it? Did you want to do something else? Like, where were you in your mind state?
Well, I was always looking to do something else, and that's when I ran into massage therapy.
Okay, let's hear it. So, what
One
year
of
is
my,
this? Let's take us back.
this is 1988, 89.
1988, 89. And what came about for you to be interested in massage therapy?
Well, one of my colleagues, friend of mine, and classmates, and one of my past students had taken this massage therapy course. And they said, you know what? You do well with that course. One of the things I was teaching was massage. In those days, they taught massage in physical therapy schools. They rarely do much of anything with it now. And
Mm-hmm.
that's good. Now we have people who are truly educated in the work
Right.
that can come in and, take over and do what they do. So I decided to take the class. And what they didn't tell me was that the school taught more than just Swedish massage techniques. It was Irene's Myomassology Institute in Southfield, Michigan, and they taught iridology, reflexology, various forms of energy work as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I came in contact with craniosacral therapy. They
Okay.
did a couple classes in cranial work.
Hello, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our 419 Education and Training Need to Connect podcast. So back then, you went to massage school. How long was that program?
That program at that time was just about 400 hours.
Oh, so what?
Yeah,
The
back in the late
but like
80s.
six
And
months?
actually, yeah, we started in August, finished in May or June.
Oh, you got a good
Somewhere
memory.
in the-
That's a
Yeah.
good. You have a good memory. That's pretty good. I don't remember when I started, and I'm way, and I started way late. So, let me ask you this. So, were you still working at the school, the physical therapy school, while you were going to massage school?
Yes. They
Okay.
had classes during the day, morning and afternoon, and twice a week they had evening classes. So I went to the evening classes after I finished work.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're working as a physical therapist. Okay, so the director position, were you still the director position while you were going to massage school, or what happened? Okay, so
Yes, I was still in that position.
you were still in that position. Okay, so you finished massage school. Now what?
Then it was okay, what do I want to do? Do I really want to stay here? Or do I want to investigate some of the things that I learned in massage school? Because I really felt that while physical therapy did a lot of good, there was still more that could be done for individuals.
Right.
So that's when I decided maybe reflexology, maybe cranial. So I took a couple classes in reflexology and decided, nah,
That
that wasn't
wasn't
what I wanted to do.
okay.
But my very first class in cranial sacral therapy really solidified that for me.
Okay.
I felt things in my own body. I felt things in the bodies on which I was touching. And it just really intrigued me. And I thought, you know what? I've got to learn a lot more about this.
Okay. All right, so what year is this now?
This is getting into 1990.
All right,
I started,
1990.
yeah,
Did
I
you
finished
step away from was it Wayne? No. Where we
Wayne
It
State.
was
Uh-huh.
Wayne. Okay, so did you
Yeah.
step away 1990? You're trying to explore more massage therapy. So did you step away?
Not at that time. The university had a policy that instructors and individuals could take 6 hours a week away from the university to explore other things. And so that's what I did. I got involved with a group that worked with auto injuries, and they were looking for a PT, but they were looking for somebody that had a little different slant on it. So for one
Ah.
day, I worked for that group for about a year.
Okay,
Mhm.
so what your slant was your massage.
It was the massage, it was the cranial, it was the reflexology. I started looking at all of those things and trying to help individuals who had been in auto accidents, particularly those with closed head injuries. And that's where I found the cranial sacral to be really, really helpful.
Mm. Okay, I like this. All right, and so now what? So you're working 6 hours a week at this location, and
So I decided in 1991, after taking my advanced class in cranial sacral therapy, that that was really what I wanted to do. I wanted to branch out on my own. And part of the impetus was the class that I took to help me to realize that, there were a whole lot of other things out there, a lot of other adventures, a lot of other techniques and things that you could do to really help somebody. So in 1991, I resigned my position and left the university. And
mm,
I opened up my own clinic at that point. And I've been
okay,
doing that ever since.
how does that look? Because I have a Black massage therapist Facebook group, right? And there's, different topics that go on in that group. And one of the topics is business and some of the struggles people are having either starting their own practice, getting clients, retaining clients. And I honestly, I do have a business course and I have a couple of trainings online as well, and a whole bunch of stuff that I try to help. Right, this is a business. A conference is a business. So you, so let's be clear. So I've been in business for myself for the last 13 years, right, in different aspects. So you stepping away from the school, how do you start your own? Because you said your own clinic. Is it just a one room? Is it a room in a lobby? Like, what does that look like when you're stepping away?
It's an individual room,
Okay.
and I've been in different locations, but that's what it's been. I do share a suite with two other people, and they each have their own rooms. One is a massage therapist, one's another massage therapist, but she does structural integration work.
Okay.
And so we do exchange clients sometimes when we feel that that's necessary or somebody could use some of their kind of work. So we do that. But I got started because I think for me, being an instructor at the university in physical therapy and being attached with the massage school, because I did stay and help to develop an elective in cranial there and eventually became the director of education. So I had
At
inroads.
Irene's or Eileen is Eileen's.
Irene's, yeah.
Irene's. So you
I
worked there too?
I would, yes, I was the director of education.
For how long?
Oh, let me see. Probably from, I'm gonna think it was for about 10 years.
So
Till till
when
till the
the
pandemic.
till the pandemic hit.
Yeah, there was a whole different aspect of, touching and being close to people.
Right.
The school actually in Michigan had to close down its in-person stuff, so they continued to do stuff on Zoom and, on the internet and things like that until they could get back to in-person things. And for us
Oh,
in
okay.
Michigan, that was probably about 4 or 5 months.
Okay. Okay, so you started your own clinic. You were
Hmm.
working part-time at Irene's,
Hmm.
and then you stepped away from the PT from Wayne. So it was Irene's in
Yeah.
your own clinic for the last 10, 15 years.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that put me very into the massage community too, because one of the things that I had to do is I had to evaluate instructors. So I would be going to their classes and evaluating their instruction, talking about, what they did, how they could do it better, different things related to education, because that was what my degree was in. So I got to be known by all the students who came in, here's Mabel, she's coming into our room today to see
Gotcha.
what we're doing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Are you still, I know you're not working there anymore. Do you still have a post on in Irene's?
No, I do. I'm on their alumni page, and so I, get some of the things that they're doing, invites to continuing education classes and things like that that they run as an
Did you ever
alumni.
see a newsletter about the conference?
You know what? I'm trying to think. Last year I saw something and I don't remember where I saw it, but I thought that's an interesting idea, Black massage therapists, because people of color in the medical in general field, we're limited. I mean, even in physical therapy, less than, 25% are people of color
Well,
nationwide.
well, at least it's 25% for the massage industry is 8. so so at least it's double digits. We haven't hit the double digits yet in the massage
Yeah.
industry. Okay, this is interesting. So, where did that partnership or collaboration come into play?
Well, as I said, I took the classes At that time, back in the late 80s, early 90s, they only had 4 classes.
Okay, so one quick question before you get into that. Was Upledger the only craniosacral?
At that time, it was. And then
Okay.
there have been some other ones that have come in and they're doing a different form of cranial sacral therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But I took a couple of those classes and I just liked the Upledger approach because it was, number one, it was whole body,
Okay.
looking at the body as a whole and not just as parts, because that's what we did in physical therapy.
Right.
And the other thing that I liked about it was we were paying attention to the body. He talks about the body having its own innate wisdom
Okay.
and for improving and helping, and that all we have to do is listen, and
Mm-hmm.
the body will tell us what we need and what it needs and how we can help. And that to me was a much better way of working with people than trying to assert my thoughts on what I think you need. And that
Okay.
was what we do in physical therapy all the time.
Right. So let me ask you a question. So when it comes to cranial, so first of all, let's be honest. Let's talk about the Black community as a whole. Let's put the massage aside. Let's talk about the Black community, introducing the Black community to craniosacral therapy. You live in Detroit. What's the
Yes.
population of Black people there?
Well, the last census we had dropped down to 750,000 in Detroit in general.
Okay.
Percentage of blacks is probably 80-85%.
And that's exactly what I want. So you you specialize in craniosacral therapy. What would you say your percentage of clientele is race wise at your clinic?
Not many. At this particular point, I only have 4 clients of color
All right.
out of the 40 some people or more that I see a week.
This is why we have to have this conversation. How do you
Yes.
introduce? So first of all, just introducing people to massage, Black people to massage. We're talking about Black community right now. Introducing the Black community to massage. Slowly, I feel since the George Floyd, that the 2020 social unrest, a lot of Black therapists have saw an increase in Black clientele in their clinics or their studios or so forth. I don't know where it is now. I don't know if it dropped or if it's maintained, but it was like a high increase. How do you introduce the idea of the cranial hold and not massaging the body to,
Well,
yeah, how do you go
yeah,
about that? You get what I'm saying? Because first of all, once they get the idea like, okay, yeah, I can do a massage, because some people like, I don't want to be touched. I don't like to be touched,
yeah,
right? And then you know what I'm saying. So once we get over
yep,
that,
absolutely.
right? So then okay, they're finally open to the idea of massage and touch therapy. Then now here you go, Miss Mabel, talking about, I'm not going to massage you in that way. We're going to do something that's called craniosacral. And go ahead, let me hear your spiel. I'm just intrigued.
My feel is that with craniosacral, we treat the whole body,
Mm-hmm.
from the brain all the way down, head to toe, front to back, side to side. And we do that through working with the connective tissue, particularly the fascia of the connective tissue that surrounds every single thing in the body.
Mm-hmm.
Every muscle fiber, every muscle bundle, the brain, and all of the intricacies within the brain and around the brain, spinal cord, spinal nerves, blood vessels, organs, every single thing. And so, whatever your problem is, this work will address it either directly or indirectly. And so this is what I did. And when I first started, I tried to be visible within the community. So whenever I would hear that something was coming up in the Black community, or some of those, I would try to go to like fairs or places that we knew that they would be,
Right.
and to talk about it, to do a couple of little techniques, and people would really like it.
Okay.
And they did. When I first started, I had more Black clients.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like you say, things have dropped off. I had more pediatric clients too.
Oh, really? What? Why?
Because of learning disabilities, autism,
Okay.
those kinds of issues, those soft neurological signs, and
Okay.
they were doing well. I think the
Really?
problem, yeah, with the cranial work and even with massage, it's not something that some people think you can do once or twice and everything is fine.
Right.
Yeah, with this kind of thing, it's something you need to keep up with. You know, even if you only do massage once a month, you still, in order to keep your body healthy, you still need to continue. And I think in the Black community, that was a difficult concept, and even in the white community, I have to say that,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you put your hands on once or twice and it was like some sort of faith healing or
Right.
something.
Right.
That's not
In
it. It's a
Jesus'
long
name, you're healed.
haul. That's right. It's a long haul.
Right. Yeah, and
And
then that's a
so,
general consensus. Like, not one and done. Working out, you can't
yeah,
just work out once and then you're fit. Like, yeah, this is
yeah,
what I call it a lifestyle behavior change. It needs to be
correct.
part of your everyday or your lifestyle. Like you said, if you can't come bi-weekly, come monthly, right? Put it in your budget
Mhm.
to come monthly. And
Right.
so I'm curious. I'm curious. Let's talk about the pediatrics and learning disabilities and autism. Like you said, autistic kids as well.
Yes,
What would you
absolutely.
like? I'm curious. What would you see, and then what's the time frame?
Well, the time frame is forever. I'm thinking about the first one that I saw was a little boy. He was almost 4, and
Okay,
he was diagnosed with severe autism, severe ADHD, learning
at
disabilities, you name it,
4.
everything. He couldn't talk. He wasn't potty trained. There was just a
Mm.
lot of stuff going on. And it was very difficult for me because it was my first one. But the parents hung in there. They say, "Oh, we're seeing these little changes." And I'm like, "I'm not, but that's all right as long as you are."
Okay.
And I saw him started at 4. When he was about 6, he started to come out of that whole system of being autistic. And so and one of the things I found with autistic children is that they all have a niche. His was art and painting
Okay.
and things. I have another young lady. I saw her when she was about 3. She's 22 now. I'm still seeing her. Her thing was theater,
Okay.
dance, and whatever. And so once they find their niche, it just seems like they just come right out of it.
So
And this
wait a
young
minute.
man
So you
did.
saw him for 2 years. How often?
Mhm. I saw him once a week. We started off with hour sessions, but realized that was not going to work because it was just too much input. And so we went to half-hour sessions
Okay.
twice a week.
Okay. Oh,
And that
okay.
worked
That
better.
was better for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. And then we went to once a week, and we did once a week for years. And now I'm seeing him every other week. He's 32 years old. He has his own business. He drives his own car. He takes care of his own thing. He does ceramics and things, and he has things in galleries in Los Angeles. He got a new gallery there, just coming back from there this week in Florida, New York, here in the Detroit metro area, and he's
Mabel,
just
this is
blossomed.
amazing. Those two people should be part of a research project. I'm so serious because we have the Massage Therapy Foundation, right? And so
Yeah,
these are the things, that's why I like doing this podcast because I'm learning, but this is a lifestyle. And
it is.
you're pretty much like family
Yeah,
to these two
yeah. Actually,
individuals.
Yeah, his mother sends me soup when she makes soup, and
Your
she brings lunch.
family.
And that was one of the things that I really try to impress upon individuals who are taking care of children or other adults who are there is they need the work as well.
Oh, for sure.
You know, caregivers,
Caregivers.
people think they need that. They need the massage, they need the relaxation, they need some time for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm seeing the parents, the mothers of these two kids that I've been seeing for all these years, because it's a strain on people who are caregivers. And of course they never think of themselves, they
Right.
think of the person that they're working with. So I've been trying to impress upon people as caregivers, you need work too. You need to make sure that you're capable, both emotionally and physically, of doing the job that, you're doing.
Okay.
So I've been trying to put that out to people too. And I think it's very interesting that we're doing this, but still, I don't know what's going on in the Black community. I think part of the problem is in Detroit is that there's a lot of apathy within the Black community in Detroit.
Right.
When we talked about the vaccination rates for COVID, 45% of the people in Detroit were vaccinated. That's it. 45%.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's their choice, right? But what is the other things? Because as you and I know, and a lot of massage therapists who specialize in lymphatic and cranial,
Mhm.
keeping your lymphatic system healthy, right? That's your immune
Right.
system. So if they're
Yeah.
doing other things that's going to improve their immune system and their lymphatic system, let the lymphatic system do its thing.
Yep.
Right. And so that's the thing. That's what it says the lifestyle behavior, making sure you're taking care of yourself internally. What do you do for self-care, Miss Mabel?
I do it all.
Do you?
I get massage. I get chiropractic work. I
Mm-hmm.
get energy work. I get craniosacral. For a while, when I had a bad knee problem, I got acupuncture.
Okay.
I'm not doing that anymore, but I'm getting whatever comes down the pike. I try it
Okay.
because the older you get, the more you need. So I have a regime. So once a week, I'm getting something.
Okay. I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. Because you're out here traveling, teaching.
Yes, and that's the thing. You need that kind of
Right,
thing.
and you have to keep
Mhm.
your immune system healthy and keep yourself going if you out here still teaching. I love this. So a few more questions. We're gonna end the podcast. Number one, what is it that these therapists should expect from taking your class at the conference this year?
Well, they'll get a brief overview of the cranial sacral work. We'll have them palpate the rhythm, and they'll get to do a couple of techniques that they can then take and use with their clients. So my goal is I'm hoping that people will do that and get back home and, try a couple of the things that they learned in this 4-hour presentation, and that they will say, boy, that was really helpful for this client or that client or whatever. And they may want to explore it. I believe that our practices should be eclectic.
Right.
We should have a number of different tools in our toolbox that are beneficial for the different types of people that we see.
Amen.
And that thinking with cranial, that it could be
Okay.
another tool.
And I've been asking this to all of our speakers and instructors. Can you name one or maybe two resources would be great for a massage therapist, whether it's business related, whether it's cranial related, any resources that you would suggest?
The biggest thing that I would suggest when it comes to cranial is going on the website. It's upledger.com.
Okay.
And with that, you can read articles, you can get books, you can learn about the different classes that they offer. You can also look at the research that has been done in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also get a sense of, is this something that you think you might want to pursue? And that's what I think this session is too for us in October, is to see if it's something that you think you might want to pursue. So I think that that's a really big way. I would suggest, and this is what I suggest to everybody, is they find a craniosacral practitioner in their area. And
Okay.
you can locate on the website, you can locate a therapist. You just click on the thing that says locate a therapist, type in your city, your state, your zip code, and they'll pop up. And just make an appointment, just to kind of sense and feel what it's like. See how it worked on your body and what you thought for an appointment or two. And then that will give you an idea. Is this something I can use for myself? Is this something I can pursue to use for other clients as well?
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that. Well, Miss Mabel, thank you so much for your time. This was
Oh,
very
yeah.
informative. I love learning about you and the history, and I can't wait to meet you in person in
Me
October.
too.
And we're going to have a great time. And I'm happy that you're going to get a chance to experience seeing a whole bunch of Black therapists in one space out of all of these years of being in the industry.
I think too, I'm going to see if there's somebody that I know, Black massage therapists, not a lot of them, but who might be interested. So I'm going to,
Absolutely.
get them to go on the website,
Yes, please
on your
do.
website,
Please
and say,
do.
hey, this is an opportunity that would be great for you. So look at the website and think about coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, check out our next podcast episode. See you later. Bye.